Hi, grade 12s. Welcome to our business studies class. Today we are continuing from our assessment that we're marking day before yesterday. So basically, we're looking at this essay. So I was showing you the structure in which you need to answer your essay in an exam type situation. So here I did the breakout. So I did the intro, body conclusion, and I showed you how to answer your intro. And I also showed you how to structure your body and how to structure your conclusion. And also we looked at this more of structure day before yesterday. However, today I want us to go into detail to explain these concepts that are needed in this essay. So now, boys and girls, the first thing was introduction, basically, right? Because I'm just going to read this case study one last time. It says Smarts Cash and Carry Enterprise is the business that specializes in selling groceries to local customers. The customers have stopped buying from this enterprise because of the poor quality products and service. Smarts Cash and Carry Enterprise Management wants to implement the total quality management, of which is your TQM, to improve the quality of their products. So that's what we looked at the other day, right? But however, today actually, I'm going to show you, I've showed you the structure already of how you need to answer this. But now what I'm going to do now, I'm going to show you how was it answered or how is supposed to be answered, basically in terms of content, not in terms of structure. We did the structure. Now let's look on how can you remember the points in an exam scenario or in an exam situation, right? Because we know that in business studies, we've got lots and lots of essays, and I know some of you are worried on how are you going to cram the essays or not. Easy, boys and girls, very, very, very easy. You just need to understand the chapter or the content basically in that essay, right? Now, what are we supposed to do now? We have started already with our introduction, basically. So with our introduction, what we're supposed to do is to explain the term that is being introduced to us, right? So you have to explain the term that is being introduced to you, or explain what is the essay about. So we know this one talks about your total quality management. So you must speak anything about your TQM, basically, boys and girls, right? Now, large businesses are committed to the total quality management system. You have said something about your total quality management. You can say your total quality management requires employees to produce quality in all aspects of business, right? So you can speak anything about your total quality management. That's your intro, basically, right? Tell us what is total quality management? What does it do? Why do we have to do it? You can just put it in your intro, all of those things, right? Also, the business processes must be done right the first time. Defects and waste must be eliminated from the business activities. Also, the marketing function is responsible for determining the customer's needs and translate those needs into the goals and objectives, right? And as I said to you guys, it doesn't have to look like this. Anything, guys, that relates to your total quality management. No wonder here I highlighted and say any other relevant introduction relate to TQM and marketing function. It is vital or important, basically. Right. Now, let's look at the body. Now, with the body, remember how I showed you the other day on how you need to lay out your body, right? So I said to you, you must lay out your body in this case. Let me show you one more time. Remember I said to you, it says here, define the importance of TQM. That's one thing that you need to include in your body. The benefits of total quality system, the skills development, the total client satisfaction, and the system and processes. All of these things, they're supposed to be in your body. However, can you see here, you were not told about the introduction and the conclusion. These two guys are given. It's a standard procedure, basically. You cannot write an essay. You must know this from language. So I know all of you are doing English as a language, but all the languages, whether you're doing Afrikaans, Zulu, Sotho, whatever language that you're doing, all the essay has intro, body, and conclusion, right? So that's how you have to structure your essay, boys and girls. Now, let's look at the importance of TQM, the first subheading under our body. Why is your total quality management so important? TQM is the driving force behind leadership, design, planning, and improvement initiatives, basically, right? That's why TQM, TQM is important. And it fosters openness, fairness, sincerity, allowing the involvement of all employees, right? Also, the recognition is given for both suggestions and achievements for individuals as a team. Also, your TQM allows businesses to continuously work towards improving manufacturing and quality procedures. So now, why TQM is important? These are the pointers on why TQM is important, right? Also, business encourage employees to be proactive in identifying and addressing quality-related problems. No wonder the management for total quality, it is so important. And also your TQM includes the whole organization from customers' point of view. That's another important view about TQM. Also, the TQM forces businesses to do planning and checking quality continuously. Any other relevant answer, it is importance of TQM. So meaning, guys, the list is endless. The list is very, very, very endless. So don't want to cram from the past paper or a memo from a past paper that, oh, okay, in this past paper, that's how they are points only. Remember, guys, the list is always endless. You can say anything. There are so many things, guys, that you know about TQM and that can be seen as the importance of TQM. So it is very important to understand, right? And please, 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 grade 12s, remember to write your essay in point forms or bullet form, basically, right? So don't write your paragraph, don't write anything. Just lay everything out via a bullet. All right. Now, let's look at the second pillar of our body. The second pillar of our body are the benefits or good things or advantages of your total quality management. What are the good things for us as a business to have a total quality systems, basically, right? So that's why we looking at those, basically, right? Let's see what will favor us if we were having our quality management system. Now, we know that the good things about the quality management system is that it increases the customer satisfaction and greater market share. So increased your customer satisfaction, right? Because now if we've got a good thing about the quality management system is that it will benefit you basically, right? Because now if if people or majority of the people like the product, therefore by default, which means you are increasing the customer satisfaction. The efficient use of resources and time, also the increased productivity through good time management and using high quality resources, the constant improvement of products and services, increased likelihood of achieving business vision and goals, increased competitiveness as a high quality place products above those of competitors, improved employee skills and knowledge through the constant training, right? And also it reduced time wasting and lower employer turnover, right? And guys, please, 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 the list is endless. Please do not cram from past papers. Do not cram from past exam assessments and want to apply those things as they are. Because I'm telling you right now, majority of the kids, when they learn essays, they cram the essays. You must understand the essay grade 12. You don't want to freak out in an exam, right? Understand the essay, make sure that everything actually makes sense, and you can sort of like talk about the essay. Don't just cram it. So once you understand something, guys, you can always talk about it any day, anytime, basically. That's how you need to know your stuff, right? And these are the benefits or advantages of your quality management system. All right. All right. Now, let's look at the impact of quality on small and large businesses. But there's different impacts of quality on these things. So we're going to start with skill development or skills development, depending on what do you how do you call it, right? So now let's look for both perspective in both small and large. So we're going to look at the positive and the negatives basically, right? For on both small and large businesses. Now, when it comes to skill development, right, guys, in your small businesses, the good thing about skills development is that there may be more holistic approach to training due to a limited number of employees, right? So because in a small businesses, the number of employees are small, therefore, it's going to be easier for training to take place because we'll be dealing with small numbers basically, right? Let's still look under small businesses. Also, it promotes individual and personal development, resulting in improved productivity, right? So this is the positive in a small business when it comes to skills development. Now let's look at the large businesses when it comes to skills development. We know the positives about this under large businesses is that large businesses have human resources department dedicated to skills training and development. Your human resources experts ensure that training programs are relevant to ensure increased customer satisfaction. Also, the ability to afford the specialized and skilled employees, right? Very important, right? Now, let's look at the negatives when it comes to your skills development. Now, under small businesses, the negatives about skill development is that small businesses often do not have a dedicated HR function that focus on skills development and training. That's true. In small businesses, normally we don't have an effective HR person, or team, And also there is no time for training since everyone is involved in many different aspects, activities. So there's no time at all for training because in small businesses, you found out that one person does 5 roles or one person does 3 different duties, so that will make people not to have enough time for training. Also, it is expensive to use training consultant because we know small businesses, guys, they do not have that so much money or else compared to a big business, right? So also, it is expensive to train consultants, because the costs are quite high, basically, right? Another bad thing about skills development under small businesses is that employees may leave for better jobs as they gain more skills, basically. That's another thing. Now, let's look at the negatives when it comes to large businesses, when it comes to skills development, right? We know that poor communication systems may be prevented effective training from taking place. We know that in a large business, guys, the communication is very poor because unless it's an emergency, but in general, it's just poor because now we don't know that the next person when like there are different divisions, right? So or departments. So before it can reach you, it needs to start someone must tell this person, this other person tells that, then this other person tells us, then the other person announces it to the whole business or to the whole factory if you're working in a factory. So sometimes you might find out that yes, the top management knows, but the person after the top management knows but did not perform his or her duty in order to notify everyone about that particular thing. So that can be seen as a negative or as a disadvantage when it comes to skills development under large businesses. Right, grade 12s. Then you must have your trained employees may leave for better jobs after they've gained more skills. That's given. And also it demotivates employees if they do not receive recognition for training. So it is very vital for employees to gain recognition for training. Why they should get there? Because it will build confidence, and also the mindset, and also besides that, other people need recognition because after training, people do apply for better positions for jobs. People move from one company to another, or people move from one business to another. So if you're currently doing something good, you need something form of like a recognition. It can be a certificate, it can be a medal, so that you can also put it in your CV later in life, that okay, in this school I once did 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 good things, and stuff like that. So it is very important, boys and girls, to make sure that you do understand these things and you understand them clearly. Right, great. So can you see, you don't have to cram all of these things. However, you just need to understand the chapter or the concept of what is happening in this question or chapter. Once you do that, guys, you are actually done. Right. Let's look at another point. This point now says it demotivates employees if they do not receive recognition for training. As I said to you, it will demotivate the employees, right? Then the last bullet, employees tend to specialize in a narrowly defined job and can be frustrated and demotivating, basically. All right, grade 12s. All right. All right. That was actually your what you call your skills development. Now we're looking at the impact of quality on total customer satisfaction, right? So let's look what are the good things and the bad things under the small business and the big businesses, right? Now, under small businesses, what are the good things about total client satisfaction? So now we know that smaller business often have to close and more, okay, to have a close and more personal relationship with the relationship. The word of mouth advertising, we know when we speak about the word of mouth, if I'm like to you, hey, how's it? Yo, down the road there, they sell nice hot dogs, you know. Then when I get there, buy the hot dog, it's very nice. I refer another friend. The friend of friend refers another one, just like that. So that's what we mean by word of mouth advertising, right? Then the positive company image also, it's very positive, the company image when it comes to total client satisfaction. But what are the bad things about total customer satisfaction? Is that the bad things are they may not afford to buy quality products to satisfy the needs of the customers. Also, they may not be able to sell a variety of products to cater for all kids and consumers. So that's another one that can be seen as a negative thing in I'll be with you now in okay, I don't know what I was saying basically. But yeah, I'm sure I'll remember as we go by. Right. Now let's look at your large businesses. So the positive when it comes to large businesses is that businesses use the market research and customer surveys to establish the needs of the customer. Right. That's how they satisfy the customer because they do what? The market research. And when we talk about the market research is what? What do the majority of the consumer like? Does it make sense? And that's why we do the market research. And that will give business a positive image. But what are the bad things about total client satisfaction under large businesses? Is that employees are very seldom to come to contact with the clients more often, do not have a clear of what will satisfy their needs, right? So no close contact with the clients. Also, monopolies companies have increased bargaining power and they don't need please their customers, basically. That's another point you can look at. All right, last one. Last one now is the impact of quality continuous improvements to processes and systems. Now, with this last one now, when we look here, guys, you have to unpack this. This is very important, guys. It's going to help a lot for your exam, right? And here's the thing. When it comes to essay, guys, you need to know what you're doing. And that comes with practice. You cannot go to an exam room without studying. So you must know your essay first, from A up to Z. It is very, 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 very vital to do so. Right. Now, let's look at these ones, processes and systems on a small business. So positive things about processes and systems is that it is to identify problems and accountability as the workforce is easily manageable by supervisors, right? And also all staff can be encouraged to engage in improvement activity, maximizing the volume of change and improvement that can be achieved. Also now the negatives about your processes and systems is that small businesses have few employees to do regular products or service control. Also quality tracking can be very expensive in a small business. Also, the training of employees to work in a continuous improvement environment takes time and money. The last bullet point under the negatives is that results are time to show. Results take time to show. And this is more on large businesses. We know that for large businesses, the good thing is that large businesses have more resources to check the quality performance in each unit. They have a capital of new equipment required for systems and processes. The large business have a person dedicated to the system and processes, also is willing to take risk or try new processes and systems. And the negatives about that is that large scale manufacturing can complicate quality control. Systems and processes take time and efforts to implement in a large business as communication and intake. Right. The risk of changing parts of the business that are usually working well, that's another negative or disadvantage. Also, not all negative feedback from employees and customers is going to be accurate. Not everything is going to be accurate, right? Very important. Can you see how we have laid out the body of your essay? This is how you need to do it also in an exam situation. Now, let's look at the conclusion. Your conclusion basically, boys and girls, is that the leadership and the management, so you conclude on what you were discussing. So all the subheadings that you were discussing on the body, you must conclude them, but in a nice and polite way. So as you can see here, they say the leadership and management of business must ensure that there is culture of TQM in the business to ensure customer satisfaction. So you can talk about culture or implementing TQM. The TQM encourages everyone individually to get to be responsible for quality at the stage of production process, from initial design and to produce, for initial design of the product through the after sale service. And any other relevant conclusion related quality management system and TQM are relevant, guys. So please don't challenge yourself to have these only. So you can do anything, boys and girls, anything. Now, just for 2 minutes, I want to show you this. So boys and girls, this is your rubric for an essay. This is how they mark the essay. 2 marks introduction, 2 marks conclusion, right? So easy, 2 marks, 2 marks. Then the importance of quality, 6 marks. The benefits of quality management, 10 marks. The impact of TQM on small and large business, 24 marks. Now, your layout must be good. Your analysis must be good, right? Your originality and examples also must be on par, right? So this is what you need in order to get your 40% or your 40 marks, I mean to say, for your essay, under essay section, of which is section C. Boys and girls, that's it from my side. Have a lovely evening. Goodbye.